Just managing editor of TVFanatic.com. Good morning, Carissa. Carissa, are you there?
I am here.
Thanks for joining us on Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, lovely to be here.
Let's get right to it. HBO's been hyping this show, Young Pope, now for a while, and it's getting some interesting reviews. Is this going to be somewhat controversial?
It's going to be controversial, especially if people don't take it as a satire.
Okay. Well, so what's going on? What's it about?
It's about the first American Pope, of course, because if he's going to be controversial, he must be American.
Right.
And he's handsome and has nightmares, and his nightmares are anything but what you think the Pope would have nightmares about. He doesn't believe in God. He was a shoo-in, pretty much, for the papal role, and everybody thought they were going to be able to do whatever they wanted with him. And whenever he gets into office, it's a big surprise for everybody who wanted him to be the Pope.
And this was in the works long before Donald Trump ever showed up.
Yes, although on Twitter last night, it was all anybody could talk about was how everybody wrote this to be just in line with Donald Trump's presidency, which is absolutely impossible.
Right. Who plays the Pope?
Jude Law.
Oh.
Very well, I might add.
And
his closest advisor is Diane Keaton.
Okay.
And she wears T-shirts that say things like, I'm a virgin, but this is an old T-shirt. So it's really fun if you can not just be all
So is it a comedy?
All up in arms about it.
Is it a comedy or is it a drama?
It's a dramedy, as they put it.
Right.
There are moments when you kind of feel bad for the guy, because I think that they're trying to make it show that he really is struggling with his religion, which, no matter how funny it is, anybody who's put into the position of the Pope who would not believe in God, that would be terrible.
Right. Wow.
But yet, the other part, the things that he does, he works to wear the big, ugly hat.
Yes.
It's apparently in a museum somewhere, and that's one of his first rules of business when he gets in. Where's the big, ugly hat? I want it.
HBO has put a lot of marketing behind this. I mean, this is a big deal for HBO.
And it was a big hit overseas during the summer. So if it's not a big hit here, that's going to be something interesting just sociologically as well, as to why isn't it a hit here when it is over there.
Yeah, so it debuted last night on HBO.
It did.
All right, Homeland is back for what, season number 17 now?
Maybe 217 with the way that it's going. I think it's you either love what they're doing this season or you hate it. I am of the second. The second camp.
When did you stop liking Homeland? Because it was tremendous the first couple seasons.
Oh, absolutely. I stopped liking it. Well, last season was really hard for me. I was hate watching it last season. And when I saw the premiere for this season, I said, "Oh, if I have to review this, then everybody's going to hate me." So I found somebody who loves it, so they can love it.
That's the way to do it. So if I don't want to interview somebody because I'll hate them, I should just get someone else to interview them. That's a good. That's a pretty good way to do things. I like that. I stopped watching it after Brody died. I thought Brody, that was the best. I mean, the first two seasons were tremendous. And after Brody died, I sort of stopped watching it.
Yeah, and now they're back in America, and they thought they thought Hillary Clinton was a shoo-in for president, and so it's almost like a presidency, an in-between presidency from Barack Obama to Hillary Clinton type situation, right. And it's just not happening.
Carissa, what's the best show on television we're not watching?
That we're not watching? Oh, geez. There are so many. Right now, I don't think there's any on the air at this particular moment, but it's springtime, so everything's coming back. And that's whenever you get into that. Unfortunately, we're saying goodbye to Bates Motel. That's coming up. Terribly underwatched for its full run.
And that was a quality show.
Very quality.
All right. Bates Hotel, well, which is nice because you can go back and sort of binge watch it from the beginning. So if someone's looking for a good show, the Bates Motel is a good show, which was, that was him as a young boy, right? With his mother still alive.
Right. Oh, I can't believe you never watched it. Yeah, get your binge on for that.
All right.
I assume you've watched The Americans.
I did not watch The American. I watched half of the first season, and it was pretty good.
Oh, McGraw.
All right, The Americans and Bates Motel. There you go. All right, and then lastly, Carissa, while we still have you, what are your thoughts on This Is Us?
I love it.
Okay, good.
I think it's something that we've needed for a long time. We've needed something that we can find hopeful and enjoy all of the characters simply for enjoying them. We needed laughter. We need hope. We need happiness as opposed to murder, mayhem, and whodunits. We need to have heroes in our TV shows and not just
Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
That's exactly right.
I think you're my hero because you can murder somebody better than everybody else on TV.
That is exactly right. All of this binge watch, like how much death and mayhem can you watch over a certain amount of episodes? No, that's a great point. It's good because it's a good show, but it's good because it's a helpful relief from all these death and mayhem and zombie shows.
And we can all find something in our family to relate to.
Yes. It's really very well done, and I'm glad you love it. Carissa Pavlica, managing editor of TVFanatic.com. Carissa, thanks for checking in.
Thank you so much for having me.
You got it. 8:26.